We are back with another library tour, and this one is a 2-for-1 special. But first, I stopped at Tea and More in Kearny Mesa to get some boba, do some reading, and wait around for my car to get its maintenance done. So yeah, I looked up the libraries in this area and I found out that there were 2 nearby, so I made the best of it. For those of you that are not from San Diego, Tea and More has been a boba shop that has been opened for years, I mean decades at this point. I remember coming here when I was still attending SDSU, so it's been a while. Today I was reading Shugo Chara. This is the 20th anniversary edition, and this was my very first time reading Shugo Chara, so it was very interesting. I already have a review up on my blog. Alright, we are at a brand new library. This is the Serra Mesa-Kearny Mesa Library. I don't know why I double Mesa, but we roll. And also, this one happens to be right next to an airport. This is like a smaller airport, as you can see. That's like a really tiny plane. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, it looks so cute from the outside. I love the tile too. This is cute. So this is what the library looks like. I'm excited. It's so weird like seeing a plane land over there, like right behind me. So let's go in. Dude, the door is so cool too. Look at this like humongous door. Oh wow, let's go in. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
So a few things that I learned about this library is that it opened back in 2006, and this library focuses on environmental issues such as using recycled materials throughout the structure and also planting native plants in their landscaping. The Serra Mesa-Kearny Mesa Branch Library is on the smaller side when compared to other libraries in San Diego County, so there's about like 54,000 books, Blu-rays, and magazines here, but they do have a lot of public patios so you can do reading outdoors. Also, the artwork that you see displayed is made by people here in San Diego, and you can actually purchase these pieces if you wanted to. So now let's check out the adult graphic novel and comics section. So everything in this library is in one open room, including the adult section, young adults, the children's section, but this small section is the adult graphic novels, manga, and comics, and the selection is very sparse. As you can see, the shelves are practically empty and there's not a whole ton of manga available, let alone full series that you can just binge read. I did find Alice in Borderland, so they do have a few volumes of that. They also had a few volumes of Some 100, but I hope this section does grow a little bit more throughout the years. And now let's find the young adults manga section. For some reason, I'm thinking it's gonna be a good one. Usually, I feel like when libraries have a very small adult section, they're probably stacked in the young adult section, and that was certainly the case at this library. They had a lot more manga suitable for teenagers, which was really nice to see. This library does mix some graphic novels and comics with their manga, but this section is predominantly just manga. And look what we have here. It is a San Diego staple. It is Fruits Basket. I also did find Donuts Under a Crescent Moon, which is one of my favorite Yuri series that also features asexual characters. So here we have the manga section at a glance. So there is quite a lot to see at this library, in my opinion. I found a few volumes of Nichijou. I also found the early 2000s shoujo series, Ultra Cute. So this series focuses on 2 teenage girls who compete with each other for the same potential boyfriend, but ultimately scare these boys away. I also found Noragami, which I want to read, Cardcaptor Sakura, and then I spotted a series that I've been wanting to read, but I still have yet to find volume 1. This is From Far Away, which I did show in a recent library tours video, but at this library they actually had volume 2 available. So I'm thinking I might have to return to this library after I read volume 1, probably online on the Viz Media website. I also found High School Debut and Beauty is the Beast, which I actually read from another library. This series is a slice of life comedy which follows a bunch of high schoolers. It is crazy, kind of like Oron a little bit in terms of all the wacky things that goes on in this school. I don't remember if I did read volumes 4 and 5, so I need to check my old manga journal. I also was able to find No Dame Cantabile, but volume 9. For once, I didn't see one of the earlier volumes, so it does exist, they're just hard to find. I was really pleasantly surprised by the selection of shoujo and queer manga in this library. They had Goodbye My Rose Garden, which is a beautiful historical yuri. They also did have some Yona of the Dawn as well, but I ended up picking up Four Lives Remain to read at the library. This is a collection of 4 short stories by the creator of Spy Family. By the time this video goes up, my review on the series should be up on my Substack, but this was a tough read. Let's just say I appreciated the fact that he writes very strong female characters, but the storytelling was just very sloppy, and even Tatsuya Endo admitted that. Look at this little cutie area that they have outside. This is so nice. So I did finish reading the short stories by Tatsuya Endo, the creator of Spy Family. I didn't like it. I'm not a hater, I love Spy Family, but those works were published before Spy Family. I'm glad that he's improved both in storytelling as well as artwork. Like, some of the stories were a little too sloppy. It just felt like I was forcing myself to get through that book. I think I'm done with this library. There is another one that's not too far away from here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to hit the other one that's about like 2 miles away from here and see how the manga situation looks like over there. Here, it wasn't all that bad. The adult section was definitely very sparse, like very, very sparse, but the teen section was pretty good. I would say mostly newer series, which is not bad. I think this might just be one of the smallest libraries that I visited so far. It looks really small. At least since it is small, it shouldn't take too long to explore. That building over there. Just that one. This one is the San Diego Public Library, but the Balboa Branch. So this is the library up close. It says, "Your link to the past and gateway to the future." This library is probably one of the smallest ones that I've been to, and if you just walk straight to the back, you'll be greeted by the adult graphic novels, comics, and manga section. They did have a few manga here and there. I spotted one of my favorite Yuri reads. This is The Girl That Can't Get a Girlfriend. It's a really funny autobiography, so I highly recommend. So now let's go find the young adults manga section. Everything in this library is located in one room, so the adult section, young adults, children's section. There are a few like reading nooks and also a lot of tables. There were a lot of tutoring being done at this library when I went, and this is the young adults comics and manga section. They have mostly manga from what I saw, and I was actually really surprised by the variety in this library. I do have to mute these clips because there was tutoring taking place right behind me, so unfortunately no ambient noise. But let's go through these 2 bookshelves because what I was able to find I was actually like super pleased about. It always makes me happy to see shoujo series at libraries. We have My Love Story, Ottoman, we do have some Yuri as well. This is Our Wonderful Days. I also found an older shoujo series, La Corda de Oro, Life Lessons with Uramichi Onisan, and then we have Kamichama Karinchu, which is an older early 2000s magical girl series. She's often deemed as the ugliest magical girl, unfortunately, so I feel bad for her. I was also able to find a few volumes of Land of the Blindfolded. I've been wanting to read this series, but once again, it's just a tougher series to find at libraries. I did find volume 1 of Mars. I know the special editions are coming out very soon actually, but should I read the series first at the library for free, or should I just buy the special editions? If you read Mars, let me know. I also did find some older Sailor Moon copies, Fruits Basket. Once again, I told you it's in every single library. I also found Astro Boy and The Bride Was a Boy, which is a fantastic autobiography, highly recommend. You won't be able to see me, but at least you can hear me. So that was a very short trip to the library, but although that library was very small, it had a really good manga section, especially for young adults. Like, it was pretty good. It had obviously like out of print series, but there was also new series as well, like My Girlfriend's Child. Haven't really seen that one very much in the San Diego libraries. Yeah, I was very surprised by the variety of manga available. Lots of queer titles too, which is always great to see. I'm a little tired from like driving around. I need to find somewhere to eat because I'm hungry, and hopefully do some grocery shopping before I head back home. And that is it for this 2-in-1 library tour special with these videos that I make and also the posts on my Substack. I just hope to inspire you to check out and support your local libraries, and specifically for manga readers, I just hope that you can check out the library section, discover older titles, and maybe things that you wouldn't pick up at bookstores. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you very soon in my next upload. Bye bye!